Good morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode 141 of season 4 of Be With Me. This is going to be titled My Last Podcast because this is the last podcast in the Gospels. So it's at least the last podcast in the Gospels. Of interest, I checked this morning. It's the 575th podcast. So it takes 575 7-minute segments to consider the acts of Jesus in the Gospels alone. That is, if you go at the speed of awe. I learned early on that the point wasn't to get through the Gospels quickly in time, but to get the Gospels through me. So the whole idea of getting through the Bible in a particular amount of time, I discarded, and the point was to get the Bible through me. What kind of a knucklehead starts in Luke chapter 7 when he does a chronological study of the Bible, and that was started by accident, and the accident part of it was that the virus hit. And since that time, 700,000 Americans and millions of other people have gone to meet their maker. So the virus actually provided some situational urgency, and that kind of got the things started because my little Christian community couldn't meet. So I just wanted to give you some impressions today as I finish the Gospels. Number one, what a privilege to see his face, Jesus' face, and to share his face with you. And obviously I've done this imperfectly, even I can't even say the word perfectly. But maybe that's been an encouragement to you that some, knucklehead like me can make some points that have been helpful for you to. So it's been an interesting intent. I didn't mean to start a podcast. It was just a message to my spiritual friends and real friends and family, and to give them a spiritual thought for the day. I started with season 1, obviously, but that was in Luke chapter 7. So I just had a new listener the other day, and she said, how should I listen to this podcast? And I said, probably start with season 4 and then go to season 1, 2, and 3, which is just crazy. So seasons 1, 2, and 3, though they were produced first, season 4 is chronologically first, just like Star Wars, by the way. And I hope that this has been an encouragement to start listening, to start reading, to start following. And some of my more other impressions is that this is not really a Bible study. This is really a study about the God who wrote the Bible. And I'm grateful to him, obviously, about this. All the podcasts certainly aren't good, but the subject is always good. That's the key here. And each day has been an exploration and a discovery to maybe of like a little facet of Jesus. I'm honored to be a part of your day, that you have considered this worthy to listen a time or two or 575 times. And I'm very humbled to have lived this long to do this. I didn't mean to do the Gospels. I just was doing it and kind of came around to finish it. I don't take tomorrow for granted. This podcast is not going to last forever. In fact, this is the last episode in the Gospels, and certainly the podcaster is not going to last forever. So I don't even know if I'm going to have tomorrow. One of the little taglines of this podcast has been "See you tomorrow," but that's been maybe presumptuous because I'm not sure that's true. Of interest, I was thinking about the places of this podcast. So it's been recorded mostly in my house, mostly in my non-quiet time chair and out on the deck, and many of them outside, and a couple of them in airplanes, and been all kinds of interesting sounds from dishwashers to dogs to lots of birds and even a hippo. So there's been all kinds of places with this. The regularity, it helps me. It hasn't been every single day of the 575 days. I think I missed 2, but the regularity certainly has helped me. But the main thing that I have appreciated has been the people, the listeners who have been considering and believing, and even those who have been disagreeing. I've had a couple haters, and they've been actually some of my favorites because they're engaged in thinking about this. It's been a way to bring people together. There's been listeners in 78 countries, U.S. being number one, Israel, France, U.K., Canada, New Zealand, Germany, Switzerland, Philippines, and even Russia, and on down the line. That was in order, by the way. The interaction has seemed to have gathered people together. When I finished the 365th day, that was season 3, episode 1, I think it was, I mentioned this verse, and it just is in my heart again. It's from Lamentations chapter 3. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. So that tells us about the Lord of this podcast. Merciful, steadfast love, hesed. And it talks about his mercy that never comes to an end. And then in verse 23, they are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. So the teachings, the wisdoms of the Lord, the revelation of himself is new every morning. And he is great and faithful to us. Verse 24, the Lord is my portion, says my soul. Therefore, I will hope in him. And my prayer for you is that, too, the Lord is your portion, that you get God, that the bottom line of 575 episodes is that the Lord is your treasure, that he is distributed and may have been distributed to you via this podcast and via the word that it is based upon. I've said that I've tried to spend 575 episodes now trying to be invisible, which of course is impossible with the solo podcast. But the point is, the podcast isn't about me. It's about the Lord. And so the final prayer is, may the Lord be your portion. Thank you for listening. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.